So, Chris, I got to ask you a question. When you deal with producers who all of a sudden are taking great liberties with bumper music, how do you handle that?
Send them to Kansas City.
Send them to Kansas City. Oh, wow.
That's all you got to do.
That was good.
It worked for me every time.
Sam, I hope you like Kansas City.
In all fairness, this is the segment you told me to put custom music on.
Actually, I did. Because he's doing things that I don't necessarily. What did you play earlier? So Sam is new to producing, and I mean all of this in jest.
And Dan is a creature of habit.
I really am.
You love those the cheesy news beds that have been in rotation forever. Dan, I don't know if you know this. Dan still has an iPod, and he actually listens to those over the weekend.
A classic, no less.
Whatever. So what did you play earlier that got my ire? It was like, what the heck is this?
It was a No Sleep Till Brooklyn mashup, Metallica and Beastie Boys.
What are you doing?
You don't mash that up with Metallica. You play the original.
I didn't mash it up.
Was it already on?
It was already in here.
See, he wasn't doing it on his own. It was already in there.
Thank you. If I had my choices, there'd be a lot of Crew. There'd be a lot of Ozzy. There'd be a little bit more Def Leppard in here.
Have you ever heard the Enter Sandman, Don't Stop Believin' mashup?
No.
Oh, my goodness gracious. Who did that? Find it. So that's what I want you to find.
About time.
It is and I don't even know if I've got that right. I know that, and I bet you somebody on the super text line could tell us. Journey's Don't Stop Believin'. They did a mashup with that and some hard rock song. I want to say that it was Enter Sandman. And it was amazing how they were able to.
Is it Don't Stop the Sandman?
Don't Stop the Sandman. That is exactly. Who does that? It's some dude.
Some dude. Some long-haired hippie guy. But he did a really good job at this mashup. Now, we can't play the whole thing. You've never found a Journey song that you didn't like.
That's not true.
Oh.
There's one Journey song.
There's one.
Believe it or not,
one.
there's one Journey song that I just cannot stand. But it's a song that literally nobody knows, so nobody cares. Anyway, whatever. Anyway, so you heard John Rose calling to my show.
Yes. And I thought he was calling in to change his position on pot, and he sort of kind of left the door cracked on medicinal marijuana.
Okay, so here's what in fact, I just cut that piece of audio for a newscast. You want to hear it?
Okay, go ahead.
This is kind of how he describes it.
There are those who swear by, the medical benefits that they've received, pain killing and other things. And so, we have been doing this for literally hundreds of years. We've been identifying substances and extracting the materials or the active ingredients that are useful, and we can do that with marijuana.
So it sounds like there's a crack,
but
of an open mind.
But he wants to study doing that. He also said that they haven't been able to study doing it because of the way marijuana has been classified.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see it.
It sounds like selling it off to Big Pharma, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, it does. If he's the governor, I don't see it happening. I just don't. It seemed like that was his stance.
You don't see the pot thing happening.
In any shape or form.
So, Chris, are you pro?
So I'm not, I don't know, man.
Are you a pothead hand?
No. I've smoked pot before, but I don't.
Inhale?
Yeah, but I was a teenager. But I don't.
At least he answered the question.
Shut up, Joan.
But so I was very pro legalization until I was the media director for Turning Point, and I spent a lot of time in Phoenix where there was pro legalization.
Right.
And you see the pot shops on every corner.
Yes.
I'm not a huge fan of that.
Well, look at Denver.
Yeah, and
Denver, and I'm pro medicinal. I'm not pro recreational, but I am pro medicinal.
I'm pro medicinal, and I also think legalizing or decriminalizing is the right way to go.
Yes.
The amount of money that's spent on court, police officers, probation officers, yada, yada, yada down the line, I think it's ridiculous. I really do.
So should we do that as well with, cocaine? I mean, why would you spend all that money to stop people from getting a high?
Because, and this is my personal opinion, if you develop a cocaine habit, you steal TVs. You don't do that for marijuana.
Yeah. You're just irritable and grouchy.
Yeah, I've never heard somebody that's hooked on marijuana that is to hit their fix, they're committing breaking and enterings or robbing people on the street.
I don't believe that it is a gateway drug.
I don't either. And I think alcohol is far more the gateway drug than anything else.
Well, and the classic thing is always going to be, and I'm going to get hammered for this next statement, but You know, I hear a lot more people getting into car accidents when they're drunk, not when they're high.
Yeah.
People that are high, they hang out and they
But do
watch
you,
TV
Too much
and
pizza.
whatever. Eat too much pizza and watch TV.
the classification of DUI is under the influence. Doesn't say what you're under the influence of. So you're not going to hear that. You're not going to get that
Well, and
parsing of charges.
there's no testing mechanism to know if you're stoned while driving currently.
Because it stays in your bloodstream for weeks.
Like you can't, like there's no test like a breathalyzer for pot.
No, there isn't.
There's no
You
immediate
can usually
test.
smell it, though, can't you?
Yeah,
Unless it's an edible or a vape or something.
but that's also that's a harder case for them to prove, I would imagine.
Yeah. So I don't know. Anyway, it's a good conversation to have, I guess. I felt like the majority of folks. Did we do a poll on this, Sam?
Yes.
What does the poll say?
The poll was 71% were in favor of medicinal legalization.
Okay, so 71% in favor of.
And I don't think anybody was overly upset with John's take on marijuana. I think a lot of people have that take on marijuana. I think people got upset when I posed the question of, okay, say it's got 85% support from voters.
Right.
It gets through the state legislature. It makes its way to your desk.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do at that point? And he said, I veto it.
Yeah,
And I think that's what angered the audience more than anything else. 'Cause it's like, oh, so you know better for us than we do.
Yeah.
And that was the issue.
I've seen that a couple of times on the super text line. That very point made.
Should I play the audio, or did you already just tell it?
I mean, you can play it.
All right, you got audio up? Here it is.
If a bill came forward, gets through the House, it's passed, voters, it's for marijuana legalization, it gets to your desk. You signing that bill or are you vetoing that bill?
I would veto that bill based on what I know today.
Yeah, and I basically asked him the same question when he called in earlier. So
And his answer was essentially, well, the door's open for legalization as long as Big Pharma has their fingers in the pot too.
yes.
Yeah. And
By the way, I did, just so everybody knows, I did look at how much of a donation he gets from Big Pharma. And it's only, if I remember right, it's like $23,000, which is actually relatively modest when you look at others.
Yeah.
I mean, Blackburn. Good Lord.
Yeah, she gets the most.
Yeah. So
But I loved that you asked him the question about his wife because after I got
felt
off,
so slimy.
I know, but after I got off air, it's like you see all these comments, and I'm like, had I known about it, I would have absolutely asked. I'm not afraid to ask that question, so I'm glad that he
no.
called in today, and I'm glad that we got that on the record.
Well, yeah, because people are calling him. I thought that people are very unfair. Some dude called, I think it was Matt's show, but called him a groomer or something.
Yeah,
and
think,
it's like, no, man, it's okay. I'm just gonna say it.
say
I said
it, Dan.
this off the air.
Just say it, Dan.
So
It's about time you said it.
most men would be like, if they're in their 40s and some 20-year-old or whatever is asking them out on a date, most men would be like, yeah, but the way that he put it, he was unsure, and his wife Chelsea put on her womanly charms. And so he agreed to meet Chelsea's parents. And now they've been married for how many years? I
He
think
said they're coming up on 15. So
15 years.
after a decade and a half and 2 kids, is this really a conversation?
No.
I don't think so
I don't
either.
believe it is either.
when women emotionally mature faster than men do anyway.
Well, and also, like, when you heard his voice when he's answering the question, he didn't run away.
No,
He didn't get shook. He wasn't
Right.
panicked. Like, he just answered the question. He wasn't
Amy
worried
is
at all.
17 years my junior, but she's like 5 years more mature than me.
I think it may be more.
Okay, so Joan has been like being mean to me all day, and I don't know what I did. What did I do to deserve
Skipped over a
this?
couple news teases.
I did.
Yeah.
I've been all over the place.
That's what it
today.
does. That's
okay.
what
Your-
happens.
Your tires will cost you.
I never skip a Joan Jones news piece.
So do you have your hate mail ready?
I don't get the hate mail.
You
that
get
you
hate
get.
mail? Are you
Mail.
kidding?
I
How
don't.
is that possible?
Wait, do you get anything on like X or?
I'll get text messages, but nothing to the level of what Dan gets.
Dan read me something the other day off air, and I was like, I've been around the block and I've seen some stuff, and I heard that, and I was like, good Lord, do
Yeah,
I need to be
it's like-
watching your back?
It's like sleep with a gun under the pillow if
Yeah.
you get the mail Dan gets.
And I don't understand why I get it. Like, I just, whatever. I don't care.
Well,
Right,
and the
so-
funny part is you get both extremes.
Yeah.
Because I defended you yesterday on a YouTube short comment. I don't know if you saw that.
No.
I stuck up for you. So you'll get the extreme of like, you're a Nazi bigot, you should kill yourself on the air. And then you also get, you're an establishment shill working for the Republicans. And I defended you for that.
Did somebody call me an establishment shill?
I did. Yeah, they did. Well, I didn't.
Oh.
But I defended you. I said that's not the case.
Do you know what I like, though, is that when people, like, throw these things out, it's like, what evidence do you have that I am an establishment shill? Like, what does that mean?
I have
Because,
no idea.
It's because I'm pro 2A, I'm pro-life, I'm pro-strong borders, I'm pro-small government, I'm pro-law and order. I guess that makes me an establishment shill. You know what I mean?
I mean, I guess if your opinions tend to line up with those in power, then, yeah, you're an establishment shill as far as Republicans
Or I could
go.
just be a good conservative.
That's true,
You know what I
too.
mean? And how does one not become an establishment shill? Like, what do you do? You know what I
don't
bet you
know,
it is?
but then-
I know what it is, actually. You know what it is? It's because I'm pro-Israel. I bet you that's what it is.
I don't know.
Are you an establishment shill if you're pro-Israel?
Call me an establishment shill, too.
Listen, I'll take that all day long.
But the thing about that, which is also interesting, is you don't shut down the conversation.
No.
You don't yell at people who aren't pro-Israel and say you're anti-Semitic.
No.
If somebody's criticizing the government of Israel, you don't have an issue with that. You just have the conversation.
Yep.
So how's that an establishment shill?
I don't know. And I don't know if I've ever been called an establishment shill before. I'm not even sure what it means.
Yeah, Dan, how much money do you get from AIPAC, Dan?
Not enough.
Did you hear my interview with Jody Barrett?
No.
He said that he's already getting calls from AIPAC.
Is he really?
Whoa.
And I said, I made a short. It's on our YouTube page. He said no other lobbyist groups have reached out. He found it very weird because he's not even the nominee yet. Right. We haven't even got through the primary. And I said, is it like an interview? And he goes, yeah. He said they want to know if they can work with you or they want to know if they can work you.
Interesting.
I was taken aback, but really more by the openness and the honesty from Mr. Barrett.
Here's the thing, though. You can be pro-Israel and not play with AIPAC.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
100%.
Like they're two completely different and distinct things. And AIPAC has not given me any money. Wish they would. I'm just kidding. Whatever.
No lobbying groups on Nashville's Morning News.
No, they're banned.
It's a lobby-free zone.
All right. I don't know where, because we are so messed up, because when John Rose called up, the clock has just gone to heck in a handbasket.
You're blaming John.
Yes, I am.
Better
actually.
than blaming me and Sam, so happy for it.
We'll take it.
He's a Republican shill, that John Rose. He's why we're late. Totally kidding. All right, so listen to this. Don't Stop Believing and Enter Sandman mashed up.
I don't like it. Not a fan.
Really?
No. Oh, yuck.
I love this.
No.
Joan?
No.
Oh, whatever.
You know what's better than this? The Statue of Liberty.
All right, whatever. Take it down.
Sorry. Did I?
You burst my bubble.
I didn't mean to.
It's all right. It's all good.
Can we play a little Amy Grant or something?
No.
Wow. Okay.
Moving right along.
Well, then.
All right, real quick. So,
We love you, Joan.
great. Just real quickly, I didn't talk about it, but it seems like Vladimir Putin has blinked.
Yeah.
So he's going to get together with Donald Trump. You remember Trump gave him, you got 10 days.
Where are we in that 10-day notice? Are we?
I think we're like day 8.
That's what I thought we were.
Yeah, we're
day
right
8.
there.
Yeah. So Putin blinked.
I love it.
This is what peace through strength is.
I'm a huge fan of it.
Yep.
And people were worried with the moving of the subs, but I guess that's really panning out in Donald Trump's favor as well.
Everybody said, he's going to get us into a nuclear war. No, he put Vladimir Putin in his place.
Yep.
And so if we can somehow end this war, Russia in Ukraine, that is going to be huge. And he still won't get the...
That would be 7. He'd be averaging one a month.
It would be 7. And he still won't get the Nobel Peace Prize.
And today is day 200 of his administration.
Yep.
There you go.
200.
Yep.
Do you look back at The Apprentice and think, this is the guy that's going to effectively use the U.S. military?
There you go.
Right.
This is the guy that's going to save America as he's firing Omarosa.
All right. So very quickly.
Very quickly.
What are you doing today?
Well, we're going to talk about a lot of stuff. There was a bunch of stuff I couldn't get to yesterday. I love the fact that Donald Trump signed an executive order to take over the Olympics and essentially push Gavin Newsom out. I thought that was hilarious.
Elbowed him.
We'll talk about big balls and what's happening in D.C. I want to ask the audience how they feel about federalizing some of these cities. If you could zoom out and do it in cities like Chicago, New York, L.A., would you do it? So we'll ask the audience that. Plus, we'll talk about the peace talks. We'll talk about redistricting, and I'll play you some insanity from one Jasmine Crockett.
All right. Chris Hand is coming up next.